Tibidabo Amusement Park is a one-of-a-kind theme park located in Barcelona, Spain, and with it being home to over 30 rides and attractions, there is no wonder it is so popular. However, today we're going to count down the top 10 rides at Tibidabo Amusement Park. Starting off at number 10, we have Crash Cars, and no matter if you want to bash, dash and crash in your very own car, or you are just looking for another fun family ride, then this classic bumper cars is just for you. The only thing is, however, it is not all easy driving, as in addition to you being able to compete against all of your family and friends, along your journey you will also encounter lots of other competitive drivers and those dreaded pillars, which, trust me when I say, you'll need to watch out for. Although as long as you keep your foot on the metal and your eyes on the track, you are sure to not drive anybody crazy. Ding ding. Have you ever wanted to fly through the sky? Well, if the answer is yes, then look no further, as for our number 9 spot, we have Diavolo, where you will be able to board a 1 or 2 person seat that will then rise, spin and tilt through the sky. Yet what makes this ride top 10 worthy is those views, as with the park being located very, and I mean very high above the city, those views that you can get across Barcelona as well as the surrounding sea whilst you are still soaring through the sky cannot be matched. So what are you waiting for? Take a flight on Diavolo on your next visit to the park. For our number 8 spot on our top 10 list, things are starting to become a lot more unique, as we have Embruixaruixes, the park sky monorail dark ride star attraction, and ever since its debut back in 1915, making it the oldest operating ride at the park, it has always been a fan favourite, and for a good reason, as not only will you be taken off the edge of a mountain, providing once again some amazing views, just at a more steady 2 miles per hour speed this time, but you will also experience some rather spooktacular and mysterious theming too, really bringing your typical monorail to another level. You can't have a theme park without a Ferris wheel ride, and Tibidabo Amusement Park is no different. As for our number 7 spot, we have Giradabo, and so before we do begin to talk about this ride experience itself, with it being one, if not the most common type of ride around the world, if you are visiting the park on a busy day, then we would suggest riding the more unique attractions first. Yet if you do get a chance to ride, you'll definitely not be disappointed, with you both slowly rotating around and around and around, making a perfect ride experience for all adults and kids alike. It is time for our first roller coaster on the list. As for our number 6 spot, we have Virtual Express, and despite it not being the most thrilling of rides, it definitely packs a punch, with in a nutshell you being able to climb aboard a retro runaway mine train that will then race around the park, completing many twists, turns, drops and tunnel sections at a nice steady speed, not once but twice, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. And so when also taking into account that it is another coaster cred to add to your collection, in my eyes a trip to the park would be nowhere near complete without a ride. Top 5 were and coming in for this position, we have Piratta, the most swashbuckling ride on the 7 seas. Ding ding. Okay, that was a horrendous pirate accent. However, this classic pirate ship ride sure isn't, with especially if you manage to get that much beloved back of rump experience, the highly themed pirate ship rocking back and forth, higher and higher, until you are literally screaming your lungs out as you fly out of your seats. And you do not need to be a pirate captain to know that this is both totally awesome as well as a little bit scary at the same time. Are you heading to Tibidabo Amusement Park on a hot Spanish day? Well, if so, then you have got to take a ride on our number 4 spot, Mina D'or, because as you can probably guess by the name, you will get very, very wet, and you will not be wrong, with unlike your normal log flume where you may head around a few calm twists and turns, in addition to a possible drop on Mina D'or. Not only will you do all of this around some incredible theming, scenery and rides, but instead of just completing one drop, you will drop 2, with one of them featuring a bump and the other one standing high in the sky, definitely finishing off the ride with a giant splash. Here we are at the top 3 rides at the park, and for our number 3 spot we have Avió, and wow, if this ride does not blow you away, then I honestly do not know what will, with for starters just looking at this ride being incredible, with its giant life-size plane flying round through the sky. However, on ride it only gets 10 times better, with you, of course if you think you have what it takes to take flight, being able to take your seat in the plane itself for an undescribable circular flight, providing, let's just say, some pretty crazy views, as well as memories that I would feel wrong not putting in our top 3. If you are scared of heights, then skip to number 1, as for our number 2 spot we have Talaia, and with it standing at a whopping height of 550 meters above the sea level, already I know some of you are going to be like, no way Jose. However, it does not stop there, as not only will you be lifted to this height in a tiny 5 to 6 person bucket, providing some of the best views that I have ever seen in my lifetime, but you will also be rotated the whole way round, creating a very windy, scary, but also fun experience that you nor your stomach will ever forget. The question is, however, do you have what it takes to ride? Comment down below. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and in my eyes for the best ride at the park, we have got no other than Embruixaruixes. And where do I begin when talking about this ride? As if I was going to talk about every great part, we would literally be here all day. Yet to start from the beginning, from the moment you walk into the park and see this giant Vekoma coaster, you will instantly want to take a ride. And you should definitely do just that, as with all of its amazing twists, turns, helixes, airtime hills, and of course views across the park. No matter whether it is your first, second or 100th time, there is no doubt that you are sure to love it. And so I think it is very easy to see why this is at our number 1 spot. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.